Creators, welcome to DaVinci Resolve over 40 in 30, day 16. Well, today's the 17th, but yesterday I had to make a product video because Orico is giving me a killer deal on these and I had to get it out because otherwise you're going to miss the sale. So I thought better, save you some money. I could do this the next day. So, Ototoi, 2 days ago, we made a video where we were talking about chopping up a multi-camera clip using just a cut page, and I did it without syncing them as multicam. Now, this was done on purpose because I know that for some people, when you first see multicam, it's a little intimidating, might freak you out. I just wanted to show you that for this type of video where I'm recording with eCam, this camera here, and I also have the overhead camera here. Hey, press the right button. I have the overhead camera here, that the way that eCam records it and keeps both of them at the same time, I could just open them up in DaVinci, put them on the timeline and go from there. It's really, really simple, especially because there's no lip sync. It doesn't really matter. It's just, you're going to see my hands opening, closing a package or some of that nature. So that's why we did it that way. The other thing I wanted to point out real quick. Now, I am doing this DaVinci Resolve 20 over 40 in 30 as a challenge because I don't know how to use DaVinci Resolve. I am a Final Cut user. I know how to use Premiere. I know how to use Avid. And reality is, and CapCut, the reality is if you know how to use one editor, you kind of know how to use them all. But I wanted to go through this so that I can help people figure it out just like I'm figuring it out, slow as you go, one step at a time, go through all of the things, and our flow will just get better the more we use it, right? I feel more comfortable now sitting here at day 16 than I did at day 1. But I wanted to go through this process like this because there are people who need to see what it looks like to fumble around the interface like a blooming idiot. Because when they fumble around the interface like a normal human being, they feel a little verklempt or a little overwhelmed or whatever. So I'm going to just put myself in the street and act a fool for y'all. Now, I know you might have some info that you want to pick up and you want to pick it up quick. Cool. I'm going to point you to my man, Justin Brown of Primal Video, because number one, he stopped by yesterday and gave me some love and a pat on the back and say attaboy, and I appreciate him. And I will point you to his videos because he will get you through there a lot quicker because he's not fumbling around like an idiot. That's just my job. Plus, the Australian accent just makes you smarter. Simple as that. Simple as that. All right, cool. We're going to dive in real quick and let's start chopping. All right, we got DaVinci Resolve here, and here is a timeline. As we were in the cut page, we chopped it up. Now we're over here on the edit page, okay? So we're going to leave it like that. I want to take this clip and, but these clips are out of order. What if we go list view? Too small for my eyeballs. Let's go this way. I like this view. Let me show you these buttons here at the top. This one kind of gives you the metadata view. I like it, right? This gives you the just icon view. I don't know why that tooltip. There you go, thumbnail view. And this gives you the list view. And then you can do a search. And if you can set the order, so forth, so on, etc., you can even show various things upon thee, right? Now, reality is, what I could do, knowing that these two go together, is click this, so they're both highlighted. I held the shift key to make that pop off. I would come here and say, create a new multicam clip, making these two clips, and Bob's your uncle. This would be way simple, like popping pimples. But I want to do this the hard way so that people don't feel weird, okay? So we're going to come here. I want to make sure that this endpoint from yesterday is cleared out. Put this sucker at the top so we know where it's at. I'm going to grab this masterpiece, drop it on the timeline, bingo, bango, pickle, mango. Now, the way I would play this is scrub the little guy. I have scrubbing on. If you hit Shift S, that temporarily turns the scrubbing off. I need to hear it though. So I put this on, scrub to my clip, play for a second, hit the L key. To this real quick. So pop over here and all right. Move that out the way. So where I want to bring in the next clip is right about here. Now, talk about the way eCam does this. It records both isolated files equally. So all I need to do is take this guy, drop it on the top of here, bingo, see how everything lines up pretty much, right? Again, we don't care about the audio, so let's undid that. Right here on the side, if I were to embiggen this like so, there is a way to bring in audio only, and I don't remember how to do it. That is dumb. I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're just going to bring in the video track. There is a way. I know there's a way, and why I don't remember. Oh, right here. Click that. Turn that one off. we only want the video. Does that work? Nope. Anyway, we're going to just cheat. Take this clip and delete it. How about that? We'll just do it the fast way. There is a way to do it. I thought this guy kind of handled that for me, but who knows? I'll double check that later. Okay, so really all I need to do is I just want that cutaway about right here in the middle where my face kind of goes away. So I could just grab the little trimmy trim and bring it right there. So we run that back real quick.
This real quick. So we pop over.
Now, reality is what we're going to do is clean this up just even smarter than that, right? So we're going to make this cutaway even sexier. Sexy can I, right? So I can hit here. Let's see what that looks like.
We pop over here.
And let's come a little bit close to the over here. I want to do it right when I say the word pop over here. Okay, so what I could do is take this piece from the bottom, right? Have this clip selected and then run this back just a wee bit and then close this guy out, right? And since my face is going to disappear for a second, I don't really need that either. So I can go here and hit a little B, slice it up, bingo, slice this up, bingo. And then we're going to do a little bit of what you might call a J cut. So we're going to take this guy and hide it under there. And then we're going to take this guy and pull it back. And we're going to take this guy and pull it back. Ooh, let go. Don't do that. Okay, so now I got a gap in the middle, right? This is easy in this particular case because we go to full extent zoom. All of this is still collective, so I can just select all of these bad boys and pull them back, right? That's, kind of sort of cheating. You can also go back to where we were. Let's put the mouse there. Click this guy. So let me show you these zooms real quick. This is the full extent zoom. It lets you see everything. Come on, tooltips. And then this one is a detail zoom. Come on, you can do it. There you go, detail zoom. And that's a custom zoom, right? So full extent zoom, detail zoom, custom zoom. All right, let's back out. You could also click here and go to, I believe, the edit menu and say delete gaps, right? So we zoom in over here. It says delete gaps. That will close the hole. All right. So let's come over here and go back to our custom zoom. Yeah, that kind of sort of works. Let's see. This is going to cover. So let's pull this back over. We don't really care about the bottom because you ain't going to see that. But
Pop over here and I'll show you again. There's the Mac menu.
Now, the reason why I didn't want to move this, and I'll show you, hopefully this works. If I pull it like this, sometimes it will show you that the audio and video is out of sync, but we want that to stay synced up at the end. So we're going to leave that because if I come down here at the end and I tuck this piece in a little bit.
Don't rush. Think not shrimp, Doc.
You can't even see my face, so it doesn't really matter in this case. Okay, cool. I was just wondering if you were going to miss out when my face is out of frame. Anyway, let's go back to here.
104 terabyte SSD that I picked up from Western Digital. So we're going to get into this real quick. Pop over here and...
Now, I'm going to leave it like that, but there's some effects that you could do or some transitions you can do. You can select on this little piece right here and let's embiggen this so we can see what we're doing. And in this case, I would definitely want this to stay closed up, but I would click on here and I could go to transitions at the top and then add a transition. My brain is missing. So we go to effects and then here's video transitions, and you could try various types of transitions if you want. I'm going to just leave it like that. The slide thing is a little obnoxious. So I'm going to just leave it like that for now. But you could also just hit the quick dissolve, hit the quant if you want. But again, we just let those be for now. We're just going to keep chopping over here. All right. So I know that this is kind of sort of at the end. I'm going to kind of let this go through. I don't think I speak to camera anymore in this particular area. I'm just looking at the thumbnails on the bottom, and there is a long section here. Let's see what happens.
Bring it back in or screw it back in.
All right, so we have definitely a space where I can speed this up, right? So let's select all of this and then go ahead and hit the Command B to split it. Then I'm going to come over here, play this again.
Plug it back in or screw it back in.
All right, we're going to stop right here. Going to hit Command B to chop all of that. I don't need the audio for this particular section, right? And of course, I don't need this video piece for this particular section either because it's under. What I'm going to do on this part is click on the inspector and then look for speed change. And then I want to change the speed. And let's get that up to a couple 100%. So it's just way quicker. Let's do 300%. That's good. That's good. That works. Okay, so now we can take these parts and slide them over. All right, that should be a lot better. Das ist much better.
So all I'm going to do is take this and plug it back in or screw it back in.
Dude, that's still slow. Here, let's do this and let's click on this time. Watch this. I'm going to press underneath here, ripple timeline. So then we don't have to worry about it. All right, now we're going to click this bad boy and we're going to speed it up quicker. With nickel floss, you die quicker. Let's do 600%. There we go. I'm sorry, I'm being a Virgo. Stop that.
Or screw it back in.
That's still slow. Let's go faster. Here, let's say we type in a number. Let's do my numbers here. 888. There you go. Enter. Bingo. Like
screw it back in.
I also like the fact that it hit the ripple timeline.
Install.
There you
go.
That's perfect. That's perfect. Okay. So now we're going to come over and add the rest of our clip. So we need this. And
okay, so my impression.
Now, I don't really need any more of this B-roll from the top here. Let me double click it to put it in here. I'm pretty sure I am done with the roll of B's here. Yeah, there's nothing else that I need here. So what we could do now, knowing that we're here, is I can make sure that these two are linked, right? By pressing the link button. Come into trim mode, press this edge here, and trim it up. Okay.
Okay, so my impressions on this Orico dock. It does exactly what it says it's going to do.
Let me just check the rest of the timeline. That looks fine. I would press the full extent zoom so I can see what I'm doing. And there we go. Everything looks gravy here. Oh yeah, that's my speed up. So if I were to press that, and oh my God, DaVinci, I didn't know, family. Look at this. If you click in between, here. So let me go back here. A button. Give me the arrow. When I clicked on this guy and I selected the gap in here, if you right click upon D, you can say 6 frame cross dissolve. I could click on this one right here and say 6 frame cross dissolve. And we just say trim the clip a little bit. All right. It just didn't have enough media. Watch. Now let me back out. Oh, DaVinci, you are cool as a pool.
All we're going to do is take this and plug it back in or screw it back in. That covers the ends.
Oh, that was cool. That was cool. So we can do the same thing here. Click that. Oh, there's not enough media at the end. So let's embiggen this. Come back. And let's move this back just a smidge. We're going to take all of this and we're going to come back together. I should have just grabbed them all, but I didn't. Don't yell at me. Oh, don't do that. come together. Okay, I'm gonna undo that because I'm dumb. Let's go to the trim mode. Let's select all of these bad boys. This is frustrating. So see, Final Cut, we got this range tool, and range tool makes life easier. But you know what? Stop complaining about what you don't have. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. About right there. And then I could take this and go to here. Go a little longer. And then right click upon it. Will you let me do it? And then say add a 12 frame. 12 frame is a half a second. Okay, so now if I play it out.
Okay, so my impression.
There's a little bit of a jump. We don't want jumping. Let's bring this back just a smidge. There we go.
Okay, so
oh, there's still a jump. That's this problem. That's this guy's fault right here. There we go.
Okay, so my impression.
That's still jumping. All right, I did something wrong. Let's go back and fix this. What if we did it from right here? And this guy too. There we go.
Okay, so my impressions.
That works better. That works better.
Okay, so
there you go. All right. You know what they say? They say, "Born by you learn." All right, cool. So let's go to this full extent zoom. And then we're kind of good to go. But I'm going to show you guys one step further from what I would do if I'm doing this for real deal Holyfield. I'm going to take the audio track and open it up in Fairlight. And I would probably come here and normalize this audio, right? Now, we haven't touched Fairlight yet, and I just wanted you to see, like, this is fine. I would come to the beginning and select this whole track right here. I think you can just, there you go, select the whole track. And then I would go under Fairlight and see if there's any way to sort of normalize this audio. Actually, now that I think about it, there's actually normalization that you can do from the edit page without getting crazy. And basically normalization says it's going to even out my audio, make it smoother. Okay, but we're going to cheat. I'm going to show you a cheat code today. I'm not even going to make you wait to see this cheat code because this cheat code is fantastic. All right, let's go back. All right, so I'm going to get here and I just want to go to export and I just want to export this audio. Will it let me do that? Export this particular timeline. And all I want is the audio file. No, that's exporting the timeline. Don't do that. I need to export the audio. Don't see it. Do they have a bounce? Let's try something. Here, we're going to do this. Audio. There it is. It's in the audio tab. Bounce mix to track. All right. So we want to set a new track. Boom. And let's say okay. And that's going by relatively quickly. It is jamming right along. I like how fast this thing is. It's actually pretty cool. All right, so now I got this wave here, and I just want to export this particular clip, export audio files. So in here, let's embiggen this. Track name, prompt for duplicate, nope, file name, track name. I want broadcast wave, and I want sample rate, same as project. Yep, that's fine, 24-bit. I want from individual clips. And then only use the selected clip. And yeah, I can leave all of those on. And I don't really want to normalize, but if I did, I would pick true peak. That's about the best one. But I'm not really sweating the normalization because that's going to come on the, what we're going to do with Auphonic. Now let's just do this. No normalization. Okay. And then let's export. Boom. Oh, the question is real quick, where did it put that? So let's investigate. Did you go to the desktop? Yes, it did. All right, cool. Let me dip out of here real quick and bring you over to the old Ecamm Live and let me load up this page in in Chrome so that you guys can see what we're talking about here. So I use a service that's known as Auphonic. And if I did this right, boom, here's Auphonic. Let me go to this productions page where we start from scratch. Now, basically, Auphonic's going to allow me to take that WAV file that I just put in here and, oh my God, it put it out as left and right. Why? That's okay. I can put both in. Drag these files over here. Nope. I'm going to have to do it this way. I'm going to do multi-track. Nope. Sorry. We're going to run back and do this again. We're going to go back into DaVinci because I don't want two different files. So I'm going to right click upon this and export audio files. And we want to check. What did I do? Nope. I just want it to be stereo, dude. Maybe that's what we messed up. It didn't come out as stereo. Let's see if it will do. Oh, consolidated file. There we go. That'll work. Okay, export. Dang, that's quick. Wow. Whoo. All right. Sorry. I'm glad you guys get to watch me make a fool out of myself. It's all good. All right, let's go. Let's try it this way. So now we're going to go back in and I'm going to move over this file and I'm going to drop it in here. All right, that's the file. All right, so let's go back. Let's select it from the desktop. And we're going to go down to here. I don't need to worry about any of this stuff, right? Oh, I'm sorry. Good Lord, he is messing up today. There we go. We wanted to be on a single process. All right. I'm going to do upload and edit, but I already have a preset. I'll go ahead and set my preset, but I'm going to show you what I did once I get in here. So what it does is it temporarily uploads this file and it's going to just chop away. I love this. Auphonic is super cool. It is a podcaster's dream, like editor's dream. I have been using Auphonic for close to 20 years, whenever it came out until now. And yes, you could do this with a free version of Auphonic. You get 2 hours per month. If you were a regular YouTuber and you create 4 videos a month, you could probably fit that within 2 hours. I create every day. I do lots of podcasts. I edit a bunch of podcasts. So I have a paid subscription. One of the cool things about it, though, is you can just buy buckets of time and just empty a bucket as you go down. So here's the file here. We're not going to touch any of this stuff. That's for podcasting. The only thing I really care about right now is this WAV file. So I can turn off the MP3. I really don't need these. I will also turn off the speech rec. You're not going to have that in the free version anyway. Adaptive leveler. Here's what we want. You got your default lever. You also got separate music and speech parameters, and you got broadcast mode, right? I'm going to leave mine on the default leveler. I like the level strength to be 100, and then I'm going to leave the compressor to auto. Okay, that's it. All right, under filtering, I'm going to do voice and EQ, all right? Under loudness normalization, I'm going to set it at 16 for podcast because that's what YouTube likes. And because I'm only talking, I'm going to go dialogue loudness. Everything else is the same. Under noise reduction, I'm going to leave it on keep speech and music, remove everything else. Remove noise. It's not too noisy in here, but That was at the office. Let's move that to medium. Remove reverb. I'll keep it on low. And remove breathings. I'll leave it on low. Okay. Never set this guy to full or any higher than that. Any higher than say 12, it starts to get a little weird and I don't need automatic cutting. So I'll just say start this production and let it do that thing. Now, it's going to take a second to process this, and the processing time really depends on how big the file is, how long the file is, and how busy the servers are. On average, it's like a minute or two. It's relatively quick, but I'm going to just see if it starts moving along so that way, you know, we could just try to hold this together real time because I want you to see why this is better than sitting inside DaVinci or Logic or anywhere else and moving sliders all day trying to get things figured out. Look, it was that quick and we don't even need the speech rec. So technically I'm done. That's how fast this is. What's cool is show you this pattern. This is my weak sauce audio at the bottom. This is the blessed up audio here at the top. That's how good this sucker is. So we're going to go ahead and download that real quick. Bingo. And we're going to pip back over to DaVinci Resolve. Bingo. Come hither. And all I'm going to do is go to my edit page. Edit page. And I'm just going to drag that audio file in. Let me move my stupid Stream Deck doohickey out the way. So I'm going to go ahead and mute this track 1. And then I'm going to take audio track 3 and delete it. That was the one that we just bounced that audio to. I'm going to go to my download box right here and grab this file and just pip it right here on audio track 2. All right, everything is lined it up. Unmute that. Now listen, actually, let me let you hear the difference. Let me mute this and play. This is the OG. And let's mute this one.
Today, I got a cool product that I want to show you because, as you know, absolutely in love with the Mac. One of the common questions we get is what size drive should you get in one of these? Now, this one was designed for
you hear the difference?
shows, conferences. So this is only a 256 gigabyte drive. I would tell you, if you're going to buy this just for your everyday use, I kind of suggest a minimum of 512.
Do you hear how much better that is, family? That, my friends, is the sauce. That is the absolute sauce. This is why I've been using Auphonic since day freaking one. I want to show you another trick, which I didn't show you earlier. I'm going to click right here, and I'm going to hit that Command B button to make sure that all of this is selected. Now, if I take all of this and hold down the Option key and then press Delete, it's not working. In theory, it should all go away. When I hold the Option key, it should automatically close the thing. Oh, Shift Delete is Ripple Delete. There you go. There you go. So I'm going to show you Shift Delete is the answer to close that hole. Shift Delete. There you go. It's funny because on here, when you have this selected, it shows the delete key. It says delete, but it's really backspace for us Mac people. So don't get it twisted, okay? The delete key, I have a keyboard with a delete button. It's not working. All right, so just do it this way. All right, so that's kind of blessed up. And let me add a 12-second dissolve. And we don't need audio 1, so we can mute that and just let it play.
Today, I got a cool product that I want to show.
Bingo. Now we are cooking with Pam. This guy is set and ready to go. Okay, little convoluted. Sorry today, gang, but I wanted to just show you how if you do your audio with Auphonic, bro, it's a game changer. I don't care what editor you use. Take your final output, send it to Auphonic, let it bless up. I ain't sponsored. I don't even have an affiliate link, but I've been using Auphonic forever. OG LGL fam people, they know I just live these days. You can use the Adobe podcast joint for free. It's good. It's not this good. This is the best. Anyway, that, my friends, wraps it up for today, day 16. And yeah, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going until I get good at this. I like the fact that I am learning this. I feel excited and pumped every time I learn something new. And then I just want to play more. The hardest thing for me is not playing around when you guys are not watching. Because theoretically, if I weren't trying to show you this, you could probably learn DaVinci in like 10 days. You won't know it inside out, upside down, backwards, and sideways, but you could definitely get that work did. You know what I mean? So I'm having fun. I hope you guys are liking this series. If you got questions, comments, feedback, drop that down in the comment section below. And you know what I say around here? I do not know who needed to see this, but if it was you, let me know in the comment section. And right about now, the algorithm is going to show you another video that I think you should watch. And I agree with him.
I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, 5 and a horse, I'm ready for war, I'm coming for throats, to turn to a ghost, I need to know everything. Now you be surprised at the info you get is by letting them talk, so I'm letting them talk. Gotta keep quiet, maneuver in silence to let them in.